What's going on, sluts? This is Taylor, and today I am bringing you an incredible gameplay, and probably just by seeing the title you realized, this probably isn't Taylor's gameplay, both because it's Search and Destroy, and I really haven't played much Search in Modern Warfare 3 at all. I've probably played like 2 games of Search, but it's by someone named Harry, and I'm going to link his channel in the description, and just go laud him with praises, just throw, Hawaiian lays, those flower necklaces on him, and just, praise him for this wonderful game that he hath bestowed upon us with his godlike COD skills. So, big thumbs up to him. Thank you. This is a great gameplay. I appreciate it, and I'm sure that my subscribers are very thankful. So, big ups to you, Harry. So, be sure to check him out, and make sure you give him the credit where the credit is due, because God forbid somebody come to this and think, oh, God, dude, Taylor's an awesome player. I should sub to him so I can see gameplay like this. No, definitely not. If you want to see gameplay like this, sub to him, This channel is pretty much about my voice. I like talking a lot more than I like playing, to be honest. So, anyway, I figured I might as well use this opportunity, since it's a rather long Search and Destroy game, to go over some Twitter topics, and so I've got those, and if you guys want to get involved in this Twitter topic thing, then just tweet topics at me when I ask for them on Twitter. I'll also put my Twitter link in the description if you want to get involved in that, but let's go. Man, I've gotten like 60 requests in the last like 5 minutes. That's really cool. From Sony the Bullfrog. Hey, I don't know if I'm late, but how do you get to play, or do you get to play with YouTubers? Just want to know. Yeah, I guess I am a YouTuber, or I don't guess, I know I am a YouTuber, and so I get to play with my friends. I really don't think of it like I'm playing with celebrities. Like, it's cool. Like, I shouldn't think of it like I'm playing with celebrities, because we're not celebrities. But, like, when I play with someone like Woody, who's a huge, huge name, I don't really think, like, oh, wow, it's Woody. He's got, like, 1 million subs. That's so crazy. Like, I just kind of think, like, oh, it's just Woody. I've known him since he had, like, 30,000 subs. He's just a friend of mine. So, it's just kind of different perspectives. The same way that I'm sure, like, friends of, like, real-life celebrities realize that all the glamour and pizzazz really isn't real. It's just kind of sensationalized. So, yeah, I really don't play very much with anyone, just because I don't game as much as I used to at all. It's just been a busy semester for me. So, yeah. Full of beans. Should the South be allowed to display the Confederate flag, seeing as it's such a big part of their history, but also racist? I mean, if people want to display the Confederate flag, I think that they definitely should be able to. I mean, so what if they have a racist ideology behind it? If someone wants to join the KKK, I'm in favor of them doing that too. Not from an idealistic perspective, but from the perspective of freedom and wanting to live in a free country, you have to be okay with that. I mean, the whole reason that we have things like free speech isn't to protect the majority. Like, we don't have free speech to protect us from organizations that we're really comfortable with. We have it to protect organizations that would otherwise be snuffed out by the majority. And so, yeah, I think they're totally within their right to do that. Now, should government-sponsored events be flying the Confederate flag? No, because that's ridiculous. A government-sanctioned event shouldn't show racial or ethnic bias in any way. That's not their place to do so. But if people individually feel as though that's part of their culture, even if it is a racist, bigoted culture to be a part of, and they want to, laud that, and laud, I've been saying that a lot recently, L-A-U-D, word of the day, and they want to make that seem like it's awesome, then more power to them. I don't really care. Yeah. Snippin' of KNS. Snippin' of kins of... I don't even know what that stands for. Sorry. Why do Asians have small penises? I really don't think that's true, honestly. I'm pretty sure that it's not like what race you are, it's where you grew up. Because I'm pretty sure that most of it has to do with what you're ingesting and what you're putting in your body as far as like nutrients and minerals and such, and when you're in puberty, because that really impacts how well you develop. So clearly people are going to be bigger and stronger in countries where they get a lot of protein and a lot of healthy foods, and people in countries where they're not getting good foods or not eating as much protein aren't going to grow to be as big. And so I think I could be totally wrong, but I guess my hypothesis would be it has something to do with diet, as opposed to just like, oh, all Asians, let's just stereotype them together. But, I mean, hey, I can't possibly be the arbiter of this, because I haven't seen nearly enough Oriental wieners in my day. Not enough. Or maybe too many. It's a difficult conundrum. Anyway, so, dude, it's Reaper. Newborn babies getting given away to the wrong parents. I mean, I really don't mind that very much, and that may sound bad. You're probably thinking, wow, Taylor, that's really heartless, but as long as it can lead to great movies like The Parent Trap, man, Jesus Christ, voice crack, if it can lead to things like The Parent Trap, then I'm behind it. If you can take a principle like that and make it into such a good movie that even Lindsay Lohan and her little baby self can make a good part, that's got my support. I'm in favor of that. I think that we should give away newborns to the wrong parents more often, if anything. I mean, throw a little spice into life. It's just like a little injection of excitement into the world. A little bit of pizzazz. That's how I feel. What are your opinions on the air? I've already talked about that. What would your life be like without YouTube? Do you regret getting into YouTube? My life without YouTube, probably I'd be a lot more social at this point in my life, because as much as I hate to admit it, YouTube does definitely encroach on your social life, because it takes a lot of time to make these videos and to think of shit to talk about and to upload and render, and even though those aren't processes which take me, I don't have to do anything to upload it or to render a video. It still is just a long time to sit there and wait for things to finish so you can upload. But yeah, it's definitely impacted my social life negatively, but overall I'd say it's a really positive experience, not only because I have the opportunity to make money from something that I really enjoy, but I get the opportunity to just, have an audience, which is something that most people have no idea what it's like, to be able to immediately throw a thought out there and get feedback. It's a really cool thing, and that's my favorite part about this YouTube thing, is I can talk about an issue that is very pertinent, and people immediately jump on it and give me their feedback, and it's fun. It's fun to see when people disagree, as long as they're doing so intelligibly. But yeah. Yeah, right. Landon GB, if you could re-experience one game for the first time again, what would it be and why? It would be Pokemon Red. If I could magically erase my memory at the end of Pokemon Red so I would forget every little detail about that game, I would never play a different game, because I would just play Pokemon Red, and then I would erase my memory of it, and then I'd play it again, and I'd erase my memory, and I'd play it again, and it's just so much fun. For me, it's something just so, it's just so powerful in my memory, just how much fun I had with Pokemon as a kid. It's just ingrained in there, always just kind of as an icon, synonymous with fun and being just in a lax, comfortable environment. I don't know, I like that. So Pokemon for sure. Is bird really one word? Oh, not one word, the word. Well, I ruined your joke for you. Lucozade Beast, my bad. Sorry, maybe next time. That guy in hiding, could you talk about the lad culture that seems to appeal to teenage 20 to 25-year-old males? This may only be a UK thing. I mean, I'm sorry, it must be a UK thing, because I really don't know what a lad culture is, or what it is, explaining, or what it describes. I always thought it was just kind of a joke. Like, I've heard Trout, the Trout 91, tweet lad and a bunch of stuff like that, and I know he and Sam 5000 and all the people from the UK tended to have those little jokes. I thought it was just kind of a joke, like you call people lads over there like you call someone a bro here, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally off. That's what I assumed. Maybe is there like a big subculture of lads that I'm unaware of? Let me know in the comment section. I want to know, because I could have been totally reading this whole lad phenomenon completely in the wrong context this whole time, and that'd be embarrassing. So, Dude, it's Reaper again? What medical marijuana can treat, like which depressions it helps? I am not a doctor, nor am I a scientist that knows the ins and outs of how exactly THC interacts with your neurology to be healthy, or what it can actually fight on the basis of your, psychology. Like maybe it can help you become less depressed. I don't know. That's what I've heard, but for the most part, I'm in favor of legalizing weed, because I don't think there's any reason for it to be illegal. But when it comes to these medical kind of discussions about it, I tend to just not touch on those, because frankly I'm not educated enough in the subject to talk about it. And I really do extend myself a lot in these videos, because clearly I'm not an expert on a lot of shit, and you guys ask me questions ranging over a lot of shit, and so I'm going to be clearly overreaching my bounds. But for something like this, where I'm just woefully in the dark and ignorant about it, I'm going to have to pass on that, because I don't want to be feeding you shitty info. So, got to make sure this is the right time. I got time for one more, because this gameplay is wrapping up. Pointy Walrus, talk about religion. If you don't want to, how about just talk about what you wondered when you were younger? What I wondered when I was younger. I guess the biggest thing that I wondered when I was younger was about religion was like, what was the point? Like, when I was younger, I really didn't get it, because they always told us in church that it was like a test to see if you would pass the test and then go to heaven. But I always would ask my Sunday school teachers, I'd be like, but if Jesus knows everything, if he knows everything, he's going to know who passes the test. And they were like, yeah, Jesus already knows who passes the test. And I'm like, all right, well, then why are we taking the test? Like, what's the point of this? And how is it a fair test? Because, I mean, I'm here in church as a young kid, so clearly I've already been, like, moved up to the very last question in the test really early in my life, but someone in, like, Alaska, well, probably not a good example there, but Antarctica isn't going to hear about that. And so how is that test fair? So that was what I wondered about the most. But that's what I got to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And be sure to give him some definite ups on this gameplay, because it is beastly. Oh, you thought the commentary was over, didn't you? You thought I forgot. Well, I didn't. I love you very much.